After the death of Makraksh by the hands of Sri Ram, Ravan called his valorous son, Meghnad, and ordered him to end this war by killing Sri Ram in whichever way possible. By the power of his illusion, Indrajit revealed an image of Sita Ji and took her to the battlefield with him on a chariot. When the soldiers of Vanar Sena saw Sita in a very pitiful form, all of them looked at her with sad eyes. When Indrajit caught the attention of everyone in the Vanar Sena, he cut off Mayavi Sita's neck with his sword and went back to Lanka. On witnessing such a sight, Vanar Sena stood there in shock, and Hanumanji immediately informed him about the unfortunate incident. Sri Ram fainted upon receiving this news. When Vibhishan got to know about Sri Ram being in distress, he, along with his advisors, reached to console everyone and said, "O Raghav, don't give up like this. Sita Ji being killed by Meghnad is one of his illusions. As far as I know my brother, he cannot kill Sita Ji, and she is definitely alive. Meghnad created this illusion using Maya, so that he can go to the Nikumbhila cave and perform the rituals of the Yajna without any restriction." Sri Ram was informed about the boon of Brahmadev to Indrajit. Vibhishan said that if Indrajit becomes successful in performing his rituals, it will be impossible to kill him. Therefore, he requested Sri Ram to immediately send an army under the leadership of Lakshman to stop Meghnad from performing his Yajna. After listening to Vibhishan, Sri Ram was filled with hope and decided to send a huge army under the leadership of Lakshmanji with him. According to Brahmadev's boon, the one that fatally injures Indrajit before he has completed his Yajna will cause his death. When Vanar Sena reached Nikumbhila, they found a huge Asur army guarding Indrajit's sacrificial place by forming an array. The Vanar Sena attacked the Asur army, and Lakshmanji created an outcry among the Asurs by the rain of his arrows. Hearing the cries of his army, Indrajit left the Yajna incomplete to face the Vanar Sena and came forward. Upon Indrajit's arrival, the Asur army was filled with enthusiasm and started to fight with Lakshman and Hanumanji again. Hanumanji started killing the Asurs by hitting them with huge mountains and trees. Seeing Hanumanji killing the Asurs one by one, Indrajit ordered his charioteer to take the chariot towards Hanumanji. Seeing Indrajit moving towards Hanumanji, Vibhishan showed Lakshmanji the place of Indrajit's Yajna and said, "Meghnad's Yajna is not yet completed. You challenge him to war and finish him with your might." On Vibhishan's advice, Lakshmanji challenged Indrajit for war. A fierce battle broke out between the two. Both the warriors rained arrows on each other. Meghnad was getting weaker, facing the arrows of Lakshmanji, and blood drained from his face. Indrajit fainted after being hit by Lakshmanji's arrows. When Indrajit regained consciousness, he attacked Hanumanji, Lakshmanji, and Vibhishan with uncountable arrows. Lakshmanji rained thousands of arrows on Indrajit, and in response, Indrajit tried to stop those with his arrows. The bodies of both the warriors were pierced. Vibhishan also raised his bow and struck Meghnad with his arrows. Vibhishan encouraged the Vanar Sena with his words, "All the great fighters of Ravan's army have been killed. After the death of Indrajit, there will be no more skilled warriors left, and the end of Ravan is certain." Hearing the words of Vibhishan, the Vanar Sena led by Hanuman and Jambavan attacked the Asur army with even more enthusiasm. Lakshmanji killed Indrajit's charioteer with his arrows. Seeing this, Pramati, Sharabh, Rabhas, and Gandhamadan attacked Indrajit's chariot and crushed his horses. After this, both the warriors kept raining arrows on each other while standing on the ground. Vibhishan also continued to attack Indrajit with his arrows. Then Indrajit invoked Yamyastra. Seeing this, Lakshmanji confronted it with Kuberastra. Both the weapons collided with each other and were destroyed. After that, Lakshman invoked Varunastra, which Indrajit destroyed with Rudrastra. Ultimately, Lakshmanji called upon Indrastra by taking the name of Sri Ram and attacked Indrajit. Indrajit's head was cut off from the torso by the blow of Indrastra and he died. Vibhishan and the entire monkey army celebrated the fall of Indrajit by chanting Sri Ram and Lakshmanji's name at the top of their voices. All the remaining Asurs ran away due to fear and hid in the city of Lanka.